Hey everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood pastor KP here. Hope all is well with you and I hope you're staying strong in the Lord. Came across something recently and I want to share it, and I'm taking the time to share it with you. It's something along the lines of religious liberty, or it is along the lines of religious liberty. Two politicians that I took note of, James Talarico specifically. He's a politician in the state of Texas, and Candy Noble. She's also a politician, but she's a Republican. James is a Democrat. So they're having exchanges on the matter of religious liberty because Candy Noble is always introducing, or she's trying to introduce bills, legislation, whatever it is, whatever the proper terminology is for it, along the lines of religious matters. So in this particular case, she wants to introduce the Ten Commandments in schools. James Talarico is pushing back on this, and he's talking about the separation of church and state. My fellow Adventists, my fellow non-Adventists who are concerned about religious liberty matters, you need to take note of these exchanges. As a matter of fact, I started to follow James Talarico immediately because I'm so interested in what he's saying. And I listened to him quoting the Bible, talking about Jesus Christ. I read his bio. I realized that he's a trained minister. I see him doing some sermonic presentations as well. But in there, he quotes Jesus and he talks very hard on the matter, or very frank and very straightforward, that church and state must remain separate, and you're infringing on people's religious freedom when you try to introduce something like the Ten Commandments in classrooms, when people are in these schools of different backgrounds, different faith, different cultures, and they may not agree. So therefore, we're going to force them to do something, and to do something like this because, you're a Christian, I'm a Christian, so therefore you must do what I say. And I love the exchanges. It's very thoughtful, thought-provoking. I think James Talarico does an excellent job of pushing back on this. He talks about the founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, for example, in one, I'm just reading some information here, in a letter to the Danbury Baptists, famously stated that there should be a wall of separation between church and state, emphasizing that the government should not interfere with religious matters. All right. And of course, for us, for the prophecy students or students of prophecy, that Revelation 13 talks a little bit about this. Revelation 13 verse 11 and 12 says this: "Then I saw another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon, and he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence, and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast whose deadly womb was healed." And of course, as I said, to prophecy students, we know that this reference is to the United States as that land beast, right? That is going to be working together with the first beast, right? The religious beast, in bringing about, the joining together of the political with the religious, right? So church and state basically will come together. That's what the Bible says. But for now, I believe that James Talarico is doing the will of God. He's doing the work of God. And, my prayers go out to him. And, I'm listening, I'm paying attention. But you all need to do that. I'm going to put some of the exchanges, some of the videos that I found on this matter in the description box so that you can check it out for yourself. But please go check it out. James Talarico, right? And, let me know what you think based on, what you've observed as well. Share this video, share it to others so that people will take note of what is going on. We are living in some serious times, all right? So that's why I'm taking the time to make this video. Representative James Talarico versus Candy Noble on religious liberty. I don't know if Candy understands the significance or how important the situation is, or the matter is. Maybe she does, maybe she does not, right? But you know, she is in this area here where the Bible talks about an entity, a force that is pushing for church and state to come together. And what she's suggesting is very much in that category where the church starts to infringe on the state, and the state infringe on the church. And when you get that, you're gonna have problems. But like I said, I think James is doing an excellent job, and I'm watching. I don't know if he'll see this, but you know, Representative Talarico, Talarico, sorry, Representative Talarico. You know, you have individuals watching, and they're praying for you, and we're glad that you're in a setting like that to bring some attention to this matter of, you know, religious liberty. All right, I think I've said enough. We will connect again soon, but you know, let me know in the description box what you think, and take note of the videos that I post in there as well. Peace. Until next time, remember, only what you do for Christ will last.